Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel and another Football Manager video with Brighton and Hove Albion. Today is the start of Season 3, along with everybody's favourite episode, the new season transfer special. I think that we've had a really strong transfer window. We've only signed 3 players, but we've really plugged some gaps and added some quality as and where we need to. And I think this year we are ready for Europe. Of course, last year we missed out by a point, finishing in 8th position with the league. Still absolutely gutted that we didn't make it. I mean, 1 point, I'd sooner be 5 or 10 points off. But this year, I think with the signings that we've added in, we are definitely going to be ready for a top 6 push. Now, we're also going to play our first game of the Premier League season in today's episode as we take on Brentford at the Brentford Community Stadium. We actually played them a couple of episodes ago in our final game of last season, so it'll be an interesting test to see where we're at. So if you do go on to enjoy today's video, guys, and you're still enjoying the series, please do drop a like. It's massively appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you are new, and let me know down in the comments what you think of this season's transfers. So let's get right into the new players in the club then. We have spent a total of £44 million up front. There is a potential that with all of these signings added up, it could go up to 67 million. But let's introduce you to the 3 new players who will be playing at Brighton this season. And the first one is Amadou Diawara. This transfer cost us £10 million. That's 10 million up front. It could go up to 16.75 following appearances and bonuses. But we really needed to strengthen central midfield. There were a couple of areas that I was particularly targeting. Central midfield was one of them. The striker position was the other one. But I think that Amadou Diawara will do really well for us this season. He's going to be a regular starter. We've brought him in from Liverpool, and I'd quite like to play him in the central midfielder sort of defensive role. I think that he's got all the attributes to play in there. 15 first touch, 17 passing, 14 marking. He's got good tackling as well. His physicals are quite decent, especially in terms of stamina and balance, and in terms of his mentals as well. Anticipation 16, aggression 15, 15 positioning, 15 teamwork. I think that this guy is going to have everything to have a really good season ahead. 3-star current ability, 3.5-star potential. That starts off our transfer window. Let's have a look at player number 2. And this one, for me, is a really exciting one. Deep line forward, absolutely natural in the position. And we've brought in Carlos Vinicius from PSG. This was a bargain for me. When you consider this guy's attributes, he's valued at 21.5 million. We managed to get him for 8 up front. £8 million for this guy. With a view to it going up to something like 10.75. He was on the transfer list for 10 million. We went in slightly under, added some bonuses in, and I think this man is going to get us some goals this season. Up front, alongside Kelechi Iheanacho and Eddie Nketiah. Imagine these 3 in your team. We scored a lot of goals last season. We were the 6th best in the Premier League for goal scoring, and I think this year will do even better, and this guy could fire us into those European spots. 16 finishing, 16 penalty taking, so we can get him on the penalties. Great composure, good balance. All of the attributes that are in here are ones that I'm really going to want in a deep line forward. He's going to play in the centre of the 3. It may take him a little bit of time to settle in, but the Brazilian is welcome at Brighton and Hove Albion. 3.5-star current ability. Not forecast to get any better, but we've got him on a 4-year contract, £77,000 a week we're paying him, and he's valued at 21.5 million. So we could probably, if it doesn't work out, we could make a profit on him, but I think this is a decent signing. Let's move on to the final one, the most exciting signing of the window. A few of you guys were telling me to get him in the comments, and our final signing is James Ward-Prowse. This cost quite a lot, actually, and the negotiations, not with him, but with a relegated Southampton, were really difficult. They stood so firm on the transfer, but James Ward-Prowse was my number 1 target. He cost £26 million up front. with a view, again, to it going to 40 million. But do you know what? If you want the quality, you've got to pay the price. If you want someone to take you to that next level, he's going to be our new deep line playmaker. He's got the attributes there. He's got good corner. He's going to be on our corners, 100%. He's definitely going to be on our direct free kicks. 20 fitness, 20 stamina, 19 work rate, 16 vision, 16 teamwork, 17 determination, and 18 leadership. What more can you ask for? He's going to be our star player. £85,000 a week we are paying him. 4-star current ability, 4-star potential. So pleased that we managed to get this done. I didn't think we were going to get it done, to be in all honesty. He was the second of the 3 signings, but it took, like I said, so long to get this done with Southampton. So they are the 3 signings. Let me know in the comments what you think of them and where you think that's going to push us to this season. The first transfer, because we did it mid-June, Amadou Diawara, that goes through on last season's. It's so annoying. And then the 2 there this year. So we spent a total up front of £44 million. With the add-ons, it could go up to 67 million. But the good thing is, we've actually brought in some money as well. These are the player sales. If I do this by order of most recent first. So we're going to start with Jensen Weir, who's gone to Newcastle, 6.5 million up front, with a view to going up to 10 million. The central midfielder is decent, but I don't think he's 6.5 million decent. When Newcastle offered that money, I took it. I thought Newcastle seemed to have money to splash in this save, which is really odd. Teddy Jenks is a player who I would have liked to have kept 8.25 million, going up to 11.5. He goes to Everton for the new season. Again, he's better. He's actually a lot better than Jensen Weir. But, you know, is he going to be a man that pushes us on towards Europe, especially with, you know, the view that this save will probably only be another 2 or 3 seasons long. In terms of this season, the big transfers out money-wise, Matt Clark, we finally managed to get rid of him. He's been out on loan every single season. He's gone to Almira for 8.5 million, so that gets him off the wage book. The other big one as well, Hayden Roberts, Newcastle, threw 7.5 million at me with a view to going up to 10.5 million for the left back. You know, he's not as good as Timikas, he's not as good as Greg Taylor, so he goes with our best wishes. Eric Lamela spent a season with us, and he wasn't fantastic. He did all right for us here and there. Now, for you guys that don't follow me on Twitter, please do. Links in the description down below. This was really weird. So Eric Lamela, Club Brugge came in, put a bid in, 3.5 million, could go up to 4.3 million. Absolutely fine. We've accepted the bid, and he goes there. On the day that the transfer went through, it was something at like 1 p.m. The email comes through, it's all been agreed, and you click on accept. The next email up, which was about 10 minutes later, was one saying that he'd got an injury in training for us, and he was going to be out for 5 months. I mean, unfortunate for him, fortunate for us, because if it had been at the club, we'd have paid him a lot of money to basically sit on his backside for 5 months. So we got quite lucky there. A few loans out, a few free transfers. Let's have a look at the players that we released. So Solly March, he is gone. He went out on a free transfer along with Pascal Gross. Once again, decent players. Solly March has gone to Blackburn, the 28-year-old. Again, I just didn't think he was the player to take us to that next level. Pascal Gross has been a great servant for us. He's still got some really good attributes, and he's still, at this moment in time, without a club. So I hope he finds somewhere good. Hope he finds somewhere that he's going to be happy. But we release Pascal Gross with our best wishes. So yeah, that's all the transfers at the end of Season 2, going into Season 3. I think it's all set for a good year. Now, season objectives-wise, the board want us to finish mid-table. You know, like I said, I've got my own personal objectives. I want us to be in the Europa League or the Europa Conference League at worst by the end of this season. The FA Cup, they want us to reach the 5th round, and the Carabao Cup, the 4th round. We're still going to be pushing the cups quite hard. I'd like to get some silverware in to this club before this save is over. In terms of the Carabao Cup, we have got Colchester away in the second round, which is a few games into the season. It won't be one that we show on camera, but decent for us. Good draw for us. They are in League 2, so we should, as long as we perform, be safely through to that next round. Now, regarding the new season and the season preview, the bookies have us to finish 8th, which is where we finished last season. Below Leicester, they think we'll finish below Tottenham as well. Man City, favourites to win the league this season. Liverpool 2nd, United 3rd, Chelsea 4th. Interestingly, West Ham, who are in the Europa League this season, are only predicted to finish in 15th. So I'm not sure what kind of transfer window they have, but they've still got some decent players in this squad. It doesn't look as though they've paid a lot of money for players. 6 million on Alan Mozo and 6.25 on Harry Sutar. They haven't really lost anybody either, so it's a little bit of a weird one in terms of West Ham. So we'll keep track of them and how they get on this year. But we're predicted to finish 8th. I think we can do a bit better. I reckon we're in for a really good season. Now, I think the one place where we are probably a bit light, and I am still looking for another player. We haven't had the right player pop up at this moment in time, is at centre-back. We've got Lewis Dunk, we've got Ben White, we've got Leo Ostergaard. Joel Veltman can fill in there as and when, if he needs to. But I feel like we need... I don't know if we need someone that's better than Lewis Dunk and Ben White, or if we just need someone to be a backup. We need an extra body in there in case we get a couple of injuries. If we get a couple of injuries at centre-back, we could have an issue. So we're still on the hunt for those kind of players. We've got 11.8 million in the transfer budget still to play with. Maybe one or two more players who could still be sold. I'm still debating over Aaron Connolly and whether he's got a future here. Enoch Mwepu is still at the club. He is transfer listed, but again, he could be a body in central midfield to fill us in as a backup. So we'll see how that goes between episodes. You never know. In episode 20, we may have signed another centre-back, but whether we've got the money for a centre-back or not, I don't know. We may need to sell before we can buy. So that is all of this year's admin done. Let's get into our first game of the season as we take on Brentford. They are predicted to finish rock bottom in the table this season. John Dahl Thomason, remember him? He is now the manager over there. Christoph Arya still there as well. I still think these are going to be a dangerous side. They narrowly avoided relegation last season, so I am definitely hoping for all 3 points in this fixture. And this is the team that is hopefully going to go out and do the business. God, we look so much stronger just even looking at it. All 3 of our new signings will make their debut today. Ramsdale starts in goal, Tsimikas, Dunk, White and Lamptey at the back. A regular back 4 last season who've got really good relationships. They know how to play together in the same team. James Ward-Prowse, Diawara and Basuma will line up in midfield. Up top, Iheanacho, Carlos Vinicius and Eddie Nketiah. On the bench, Veltman, Taylor, Ostergaard, Vecino, McAllister, Trossard and Neil Mopai. I do want to give Ostergaard some game time this season. He needs more game time at centre-back because his contract is going to be up at the end of this season, and I don't really want anyone snapping him up on a free in the January transfer window, signing a pre-contract. So I want to give him some game time in the first half of the season. I think he's a decent prospect, but maybe not today. We'll see how that goes. Let's get into today's game. Fingers crossed for a good start to the season and 3 points. Right, here we go then. A new season. I love the start of a new season. It's so exciting. You go through all of that transfer window and you just want to see what the lads can do. Now, if you remember, as we come on the attack here, at the start of last season, we got hammered in the opening day, 5-1 against West Ham United, and it made me change the tactic to the one that we are still using, the 4-3-3. It was a great decision. That's a goal kick. It looks as though it went in the goal. It was a great decision overall because it fired us to a really good season last year, and we've kept it. We know it works, so that's what we've built around in this summer transfer window. So hopefully we can have a good start today. Here come Brentford, though, as they go out wide towards Salas. Ball into the box, and they've hit the crossbar. We've managed to clear the danger. Couple of early chances for both sides. Right, here come Brentford again. Bit of a sloppy start for us here, with Moore on this right-hand side. Up against James Ward-Prowse. Gets the tackle in, but it goes back to Norgard. Switches all the way out to the left-hand side. And Brentford do take the lead on the 10th minute. Not a good start for us. We're going to have to demand more out of these boys. Brentford are supposed to be the whipping boys this season. So we don't want a bad start. Now, it's going to take some time for the new lads to settle, and we're not going to get away with terrible throw-ins like that. Here come Brentford again. Ball is cleared towards Carlos Vinicius. He's got Iheanacho on this left-hand side. Has a shot. It's a bit weak. Straight at David Raya in the Brentford goal. But we're making chances. Something to be positive about. But we just need a bit more. So as I was just about to say, it's half-time. It's not the start that we wanted as we put a big booming ball downfield. Here's Basuma. We find Eddie Nketiah, who's been a bit quiet so far. Iheanacho's there. He gets us the equaliser 1 minute before half-time. That is exactly what we needed going into the half-time break. We've had a couple of chances, nothing major, but the main thing is we're off the mark. We'll go into the break level. Brilliant assist from Eddie Nketiah as well, linking up with Iheanacho. A simple tap-in for him, his first goal of the season, and we're on course. Now, despite us getting an equaliser right on half-time, I did tell the boys that I wasn't happy with that first half performance. Hopefully it'll fire us up to do better in the second half as Brentford clear the ball down towards Ivan Toney again. Bit of a mistake. Here's Vinicius into Iheanacho. It's going to drop, but we're not going to quite get there. We're going to have to rebuild this attack. Basuma. Now Lewis Dunk. Good play from us out wide. Tsimikas, who had a really good season for us last year. In towards Iheanacho. Ball in gets blocked and Brentford clear once again. But it looks as though it's wave after wave of attack for us as it stands. Diawara. Nice ball out wide to Lamptey. He's got 3 players in the box. Can he find one of them? Almost. Carlos Vinicius just puts it wide. Right. Lots of attacking intent going on for us now. Here's Ward-Prowse in towards Diawara. The 2 debutants linking up nicely there, but Ward-Prowse has given it away, and Brentford come in one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Good save by Ramsdale, gets us out of a bit of trouble. Right, I am just about to make some changes, but let's let this corner play out first. Here's Tariq Lamptey. Diawara, who's had a decent game so far, in towards Iheanacho. Turns his man, but he does get tackled by Moore, and Brentford will bring this away. Tony's linking up well with his fellow strikers here. Here they come on this left-hand side. Through the middle. Here's Norgard. Salas. Oh, and it slipped underneath Ramsdale. It's a shocking goal to concede. It's the second for Salas, and we are 2-1 down. Right, so we've made 2 substitutions. We have taken off Ward-Prowse, and we've also taken off Diawara. McAllister comes on, along with Vecino, the seasoned pros who've been here for a little while now. Here's Tariq Lamptey. Finds Vecino, the substitute, on the edge of the box. Gets a cross in. Iheanacho's there. Straight at the keeper once again. But good to see us link up in midfield and making 1 or 2 chances. Is there going to be another attack here? Here's Lewis Dunk and Tsimikas linking up well. We go all the way back to Ramsdale, though. Right, good ball over the top. Eddie Nketiah is in. One-on-one with the goalkeeper. Doesn't put it away, though. I'm predicting Eddie Nketiah to have a really good season this year. And I hope that I'm going to be proved correct in that. But he's missed a solid one-on-one chance there. Here's Basuma in towards Dunk again. Highlight ends. 20 minutes to go. Right, can we find something? We've actually played really well. We've just not put the chances away. And Eddie Nketiah has missed another one. Right, come on, boys. 17 minutes left. Here's Vecino into McAllister. These two have changed the game since they've been on a little bit. We look far more of a threat. Here's Carlos Vinicius. Oh, and it has gone in. And he's not offside. Kostas Tsimikas gets his first goal of the season. He makes it 2-2 with 17 minutes left on the clock. We need to push on and try and win this game now. This is going to be how this season goes, isn't it? I feel like we may still be a little bit weak at the back. It's a fortunate goal. We're still going to be a little bit weak at the back, but there's going to be plenty of goals in us. So a few minutes remain on the clock. Ball in from McAllister. Ben White's there. We get the third with 2 minutes left to go. The away fans go wild. This could be 3 points. It's the first time that we've led in the match with 2 minutes to go. And I'll tell you what, since McAllister and Vecino came onto the pitch, we have looked a different side. There's going to be 4 minutes of stoppage time, but there is going to be another highlight. Tsimikas clears downfield. We could potentially get them on the break now. Eddie Nketiah running the channels. He's got Iheanacho all on his own. He makes it 4. The scoreline, does the scoreline flatter us a bit? We've made so many chances, and I think it's right, to be fair. With the one-on-ones that we've missed, we should have scored 4 goals, but we've left it very, very late. But this is what good sides do. Your performance doesn't have to be perfect in order for you to get all 3 points. Brilliant start to the new season for us as time dwindles away and it finishes Brentford 2, Brighton 4. Lovely stuff. I will take it. What a positive start that is to a new season. Let's have a look at some of the other results. Of course, not everybody has played yet. Villa beat West Ham on the opening day by 3-0. A 2-2 draw between Liverpool and Chelsea, which is a big one at the top. Good start for Bournemouth against Blackburn. Sheffield United beating Tottenham by 3-2. They bought some decent players in the summer transfer window, Sheffield United. And Watford defeat Burnley by 1-0. So really, really pleased with that. Let's praise Eddie Nketiah's performance. Got himself a goal. He didn't get himself a goal at all. He got 2 assists. He had a really good game. Should have scored a goal. And I'm pretty happy with that. Absolutely fantastic start to the season. Still things to work on in terms of the defence. We didn't talk about pre-season, did we? We actually had a decent pre-season, beating Arsenal, Tula, Crawley, Bristol Rovers, Wolfsburg and Rennes at home. So really, really positive signs for us going forward. But I think in the next one we will come back for... Let's finish the August transfer window, or almost finish it, and we'll come back for the games against Tottenham at the Amex and Liverpool at Anfield. Hopefully by then we may have got another player in. I think we maybe need another centre-back. The Premier League table means nothing at this stage. We do sit in second place, but 4 goals to start off in the first episode of Season 3. Really, really pleasing. So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, please do drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you are new. Season 3 is underway. I'll see you for the next one very soon.